Good morning, everyone. How's it going? It's Peter here again with another morning liberation. Now, the quarantine has already gotten extended, or at least in terms of when we're supposed to stay inside, it's getting pushed back even further. So, look forward to a full month of April of leveling up, of expanding your consciousness, and really of just healing those wounds of the heart. So, today we're going to dive right into our meditation. And a couple reminders just for everyone. But again, just find a nice, comfortable place on the floor. And we're going to be starting up in just a minute or so. Just allow YouTube to send out the notifications. It's been kind of delayed lately. But we'll consider this our official start. So allow yourself to find a nice, comfortable position where you're sitting upright or lying down on the floor. It's sun's coming up around here, so if you're in a position where you have a lot of bright light, try to find somewhere where it's a little bit darker so you can really just relax. And as always, I just want to say when you're practicing meditation, put a little smile on your face. There's no point practicing, especially this type of sacred art, with a frown. And you'd be surprised just how much more your energy flows and just how better you feel when cracking a slight smile. So just allow yourself to really focus on something kind and warm and loving. Have that be your center point for this morning. Just myself in my seat really quick. And again, as the rest of these meditations continue forward throughout the rest of this quarantine, just remember that this is something for you. You know, not everything that I say will always resonate within you. So it's very important that you always try to just take something home that you can really utilize into your own practice. So whether it be, doing this 2 times a day, maybe the 8 a.m., 8 p.m. don't align with you. So don't watch it live. Watch it earlier or later, whatever really resonates with you. It's all about trying to end the tricks and habits of your life that are causing chaos, that are causing tensions, negative cycles, whatever they may be. And even if you're trying to just uplift those positive habits, so allow yourself to kind of just focus on your goal for this morning, because as we start the work week, it's important to put ourselves in a position of application, in all honesty. So your meditation shouldn't just be a kind of aimlessly wandering about sitting every day. You do want to have some intention with it. And especially on Mondays, you have a great opportunity to set your tone for not only the day, but the week. So in our meditation today, I want you to focus on one aspect of your life that you really, really want to improve. And that's going to be our focus for today. So you can start getting in the habit and understanding that you can truly use meditation to correct the wrongs immediately in your life, to level up, as I say, and which is really just like a video game. You're powering up, you're leveling up, you're transcending certain realms of chaos and strife. And when you do these things, you notice that life really just resonates and turns in your favor. So, again, we want to bring ourselves to that focus for the day, and something that we just really want to get rid of in our lives, whether it be, you know, maybe some people are being more negative because they're stuck inside. And maybe it's a more of a dullness cycle has come and people are sleeping in more. So maybe you want to get back up and early, waking up early. So allow yourself to find one thing that you really want to change about yourself today, this week, and moving forward in life. Okay. And we'll go ahead and get started. So we're keeping that one intention in the forefront of our mind and what we're trying to heal, what we're trying to move on from, what we're trying to grow. And this is going to be our topic of exploration. So allow yourself to take a nice deep inhale and let out a nice relaxed sigh of relief. With each tap of the bell, allow yourself to take a nice deep breath. Allow yourself to bring your attention towards the center of the chest, the heart space. With each inhale, we fill this center up with light and love. We bring our attention to a simple point of focus, ourselves, and this observer, the silent witness, this being in which we know as me and sense as I. We can look at this character that has been crafted and molded by our environment, those closest to us, and our experiences. But how often is it that we question this being, this experiencer, this person that we call ourselves? We bring our focus to one aspect about ourselves in which we're trying to eradicate, transform, and change into something better or more. It could have to do with discipline. It could have to do with being more open, honest, less fearful, more loving, less emotions, more logic. It matters not what we decide today, what avenue of healing and growth we seek. What matters most is that we truly have that deeper yearning to be better, to grow. Seeing that we are more, and living your life in the discovery of such unknown characteristics of self. We can only learn and grow when we accept that we currently do not know. For all growth is built upon humility and accountability. So what is the origin of this destructive, negative habit, cycle of actions, path of least resistance? We must determine its source order to truly let go. It's through our own seeing and recognition that we liberate ourselves. At what point in time did this expression become your comfortable state? And beyond the simple happening, we must question, why do we still hold on to that which wasn't serve us? We must earnestly seek to discover the origin of all that causes us strife. For it is in this past self in which we compartmentalize. This is the natural progression for all people. As children, we are unable to emotionally, mentally, and at times physically handle the experiences in which we live. So the heart sets aside that younger version of self, so the present being can move forward. It is in this sense that we must backtrack, we must rewind the tapes of memory. And like we're digging for gold in a river, we must scour and search diligently through those strong memories of past that have shaped so much of our future and present. We do this through the ultimate expression of love, self-love. For is it not love to see yourself grow? Is it not love to see yourself heal? Is it not love to be the being you always know you are? And is it not love to provide yourself the opportunity to be surprised with your own transformation? It is your right. It is the privilege we each have in this world to experience such new avenues of existence, to transform, to grow, to awaken, to simply be different than what we were the day before. This beautiful gift and moment that each of us can capitalize on is provided in this window of time we call now. Simply allowing yourself to give up all assumption and expectation, to surrender all past judgments and persecutions, and to simply look at yourself honestly, as if looking into a mirror. questioning diligently who you learn the things you know from, where and how they learn their lessons. It may seem like a daunting task, but take it one step at a time. Like all children, we must fall a few times before we learn how to walk. And in life, we have many falling down, many events where we seem to fail. But just like the child learning how to walk, we must recognize that there is no such thing as failure. There are only lessons. So in the same love and light, we must question the points in our life in which we seem to fall. We must question diligently the whys and hows of such situations so we may truly grow. Life reveals to us the avenues in which we must explore most diligently, and they are experienced as those in which we showed most resistance for, the most change, and the stubbornness of the egoic child comes out to play. Comfort and contentment is the death of spiritual growth. And although it is very natural, once we hike to the peak to rest, we must understand that this is a never-ending journey of unfoldment. But know now each layer peeled back reveals an even more beautiful layer unbeknownst to us before. Shine your light of awareness towards that you that needs the most healing, towards that you that has the most problems, towards that you that is the most unsatisfied, unfulfilled. Embrace them with love and understanding and wisdom. And although our present self is built upon the backs of our past self and our ancestors, the inertia of egoic expression is incredibly strong. And to overcome the plights and negative habits of others, we must stop them from arising within ourselves. Allow yourself to continue to observe these internal and external actions from this position of the objective silent witness, and gain understanding and clarity of the experience in which you live. You are the teacher, yet you are your own student. You are the student, but you are the teacher. Life provides us all we need to know, and as we currently are, we obtain all knowledge necessary to heal, transform, and start anew. Like the caterpillar, many of us are ready to form our chrysalis and transform into a butterfly. And just like the caterpillar, it is unbeknownst to what life is like with wings capable of flight. So you too must let go of all expectation of what life could and should be, and simply focus on the transformation right now. No matter where you're at, take life one slice of now at a time, and come to question all that arises within you, so you may truly get to the destination in which you seek for yourself. And when nothing but doubt and questioning arises, allow your love and inner looking to silence it all. We take a deep breath, tap the bell, and allow ourselves to slowly come back into the body. Wiggle about if you feel necessary. But most importantly, allow yourself to open the eyes with a big smile on the face. And that concludes the morning liberation meditation for the day. Now, trying to keep these under half hour as best I can. Sometimes I get caught up in the flow. But again, the most important aspect of all spirituality is what you see fit for your own healing and development. And as much as I would like for everyone to recognize, the source of all right off the bat, we're not all there yet. And each of us needs to go through the steps that we need for our own healing and growth. We each go through different experiences in life, and there is incredible wealth in the suffering in which we experience when we look at it that way. When we consciously seek to look at all that's happened to us as a point to teach us, as that opportunity for growth. And when we reach that really just level of forgiveness, maturity, letting go, whatever, it doesn't really matter what you want to call it, but it's when you reach that level of just accepting life for what it is, that people are people. Most of us go through the day, and some cause chaos and harm to others, but most aren't even aware of it because they're so caught up with themselves. Most beings aren't aware of the egoic game that's being played because, again, it's instinctual, it's automatic. And the paradox of spirituality is you're always living in this kind of effortless flow. But what is the transition and difference between a quote unquote like normal life and like a spiritual life is what it's based in. Is it based in truth, like experiential truth? Things, you've seen things, you've witnessed things that have allowed many plights within your experience to drop and fall away? Or are you going to listen to like the delusions, Maya, the excuses, the ego, the mind, the emotions, the sensations? And if these types of things go unchecked, we all live through it. That creates chaos, it creates strife. We get in situations that we shouldn't be in, that are more impulsive or instinctual based. And I guess I should clarify, it's not the fact that we shouldn't be in them, because clearly it happens, so you're in it for a reason. But it's the sense that we have the opportunity to really learn and transcend those situations when we really question the why that they keep happening and keep repeating. And it's that kind of opportunity that each of us has to really utilize this practice of just simply sitting and looking and reflecting, or meditation, whatever you want to call it. So I hope you take these little nuggets of, of teachings and pointers to really take this inner search and exploration on your own, and to recognize that it's love. It's love, baby. When you're seeking to, you know, pick up that crying old self that was a child that got hurt in certain ways or let down in certain ways, where those conditionings were initially set, you have an opportunity to live life on an entirely different plane of existence in which you currently know. We only know when we know, though. So, in order to really grow fully, I guess we just must remind ourselves of the age-old saying of the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And what that means is that our conditionings and patterns that we receive are just that. We receive them from others. And it's often the people closest to us that we receive a lot of these, deeper conditionings, because again, when you're little, you're always looking up and aspiring at all the bigger people around you like gods. And these are the beings in which you learn how to people from. So it's important to always bring yourself back to your roots and your origin. The deepest, you know, layers are the ones in which we really first learn those fundamental memories, whether they're through good lessons or, as most of us know, through kind of bad experiences. We learn how to be through what we see and what we experience, because we're all born in this state of silent witnessing that we're trying to bring ourselves back to understanding and knowing. Because, as mentioned earlier, we're always kind of in this flow state. But again, it depends on what you're based in. Are you flowing off of the delusions, or are you flowing off that truth? So, the goal for these meditations, again, is to get you to realign yourself, to reassert your true position over the confusion that has arisen, because the way our world works, the way our world sees things. But your consciousness, your spirit, taking the time to hang out in some matter for a while. So just know that you are more than the suffering and ailments of this body, that you can transcend beyond that. And today and the rest of this journey, that is the goal, is that you can really connect to your higher self, so you can heal, so you can grow, so you can be as happy and live as awesome and fun of a life as you know you always can and want to. So, namaste. I bow to the divine within you. I love you so much. Have a great day. And I'll see you again at 8 p.m. for a nice little pranayama, singing bowl sound bath, relaxation, meditation. Bye. Have a good one.